Hello and welcome to the program from the State Assemblies. This is where we review legislative activities across state houses of assembly. On this episode, Nasarawa State House of Assembly approves 156.6 billion supplementary budget for 2024. Kaduna State House of Assembly passes law to grant pensioners access to 25% of accrued pension funds. As Delta State Governor unveils 936.7 billion budget of fiscal consolidation for 2025. Details of these and more stories will be coming your way shortly. I am your host, Ene Ojonugba. Thank you for staying with us. In the week under review, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly has passed the sum of 156.6 billion naira as the 2024 supplementary budget for assent by the governor. Adams Abdul Kadri reports.
The Speaker of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Danladi Jatu, commends members for their swift and cooperative approach in approving the supplementary budget, which is now ready for assent. He praised their commitment to due process and transparency, emphasizing that their action prevents any gaps that could lead to unauthorized disbursement of funds, saying the unity and adherence to legal protocols underscore the Assembly's dedication to accountability in governance.
Supplementary Amended Appropriation Bill 2024 for the services of Nasarawa State Government, third reading and passed. Thank you. I want to sincerely appreciate you for this wonderful thing you have done. That shows that you really want the state to move forward. I really appreciate you for doing justice to this bill.
The Speaker, however, declared open period for oversight function to evaluate budget performance.
Each committee you are to oversight for 2 weeks and check the compliance of the 2024 budget before the 2025 budget is laid before this House of Assembly. So I so declare. Thank you very much.
The Assembly is expected to reconvene within 2 weeks after the period of oversight function.
The Kano State proposed budget for the 2025 fiscal year is higher than that of 2024, with over 100 billion naira due to increase in federation allocation and internally generated revenue, hence envisaging execution of more human capital and infrastructural development projects in the incoming fiscal year. This formed part of the second reading of the Kano State Appropriation Bill 2025 during Tuesday's plenary. Samira Hamisushira reports.
It's an opening balance of 24 billion naira. The 2025 proposed budget intends to prioritize capital spending over recurrence. Major sources of funding the budget will be the Federation allocation amounting to over 373 billion naira, while internally generated revenue stands at over 75 billion naira. The remaining will come from other receipts too. Education got the highest share of 31%, which is higher than the UNESCO declaration of allocating at least 28% to education sector, while health sector also got 16%, which also supersedes the Abuja Declaration of Health and Nutrition. The bill has been forwarded to the Committee on Appropriation to submit their recommendations in 4 weeks, during which House standing committees will hold bilateral discussions with all the ministries, departments, and agencies across the state.
The combination of these 5 sectors consumes 82.9% of the total budget size to service education, healthcare, infrastructural development, water and rural development, as well as the execution and the implementation of government policies and programs.
Pay your attentions on budget performance because it's very, very important. And the internal revenue generated, as my colleague said now.
Let us look at their performances, because sometimes it is you as a leader or the head of the parastatal that will make your parastatal to perform well.
This salary, I'm sure
the state government will almost have double increase in its wage bill. So definitely this one comes with a challenge.
In another development, Representative Ali Abdullahi, manager of Wudil constituency, moved a motion for the upgrade of Darki Primary Healthcare Center to the status of a cottage hospital, which was constructed over 2 decades ago and caters for the traders that come from different parts of the country, hence the need for the upgrade, which was adopted. The House will reconvene on Wednesday, the 13th of November 2024.
Similarly, Kaduna State House of Assembly has approved a third supplementary budget, totally over 200 billion naira. This comes after the House Committee on Appropriation and Implementation presented their reports on the floor of the House. Adamu Sunday reports that the budget is split with 30% allocated to recurrent expenditure and 70% dedicated to capital expenditure.
The lawmakers wasted no time in approving over 200 billion naira supplementary budget. Presented by the chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation and Implementation, Shehu Yunusa Pambegwa, with the budget allocation of over 400 billion naira for recurrent expenditure and a portion dedicated to the newly implemented minimum wage, which takes effect this month, while over 166 billion naira is allocated to capital expenditure to address a shortfall in funding ongoing projects in the state.
We are moving towards the end of the year and we are expecting a budget, and at least we are running out of funds to move to finish some of the projects that we have started. So that was why we found out that there is need for this third supplementary budget, because there are additional source of funds that came into the state which were not captured in the previous supplementary and the budget. So that was the reason why we embarked on this third supplementary budget for the whole of the state.
In other legislative developments, 2 bills were read for the second time and sent to the relevant committees for further scrutiny. They are a bill for a law to establish the College of Agricultural Technology Samorukataf 2024, seeks to create a new institution to bolster agricultural education and research in the state, while a bill for a law to make provision for women representation in public and private offices in Kaduna State and for other related purposes aims to promote gender equality in leadership positions across various sectors.
In a related development, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori has presented the state's 2025 budget of 936.7 billion naira to the State Assembly. The budget, christened Budget of Fiscal Consolidation, is to focus on continued provision of fiscal infrastructure. State Assembly correspondent Susan Esu reports.
The 2025 appropriation bill, which is 211 billion naira more than that of 2024, is born out of a tamed global economic growth, which stood at 3.2% in 2023 and projected to stand at the same pace in 2024 and 2025. Out of the 936 billion, 78,818,719 naira projected for 2025 fiscal year, 348 billion, 717 million, 758,635 naira is earmarked for recurrent expenditure, while 587 billion, 361 million, 60,084 naira is for capital expenditure respectively.
230 billion has been marked on road infrastructure in the budget. In line with the far-reaching implications of road infrastructure for our state's growth and the significant investment it demands from our capital budget 2025, we have created a budget line for each of the 25 local government areas in the state.
The Speaker, Imomotimu Guo, assured that the appropriation bill will be thoroughly scrutinized without compromising standards or disregard to due process. He enjoined different ministries, departments, and agencies to cooperate with relevant committees of the House to enable them work on the budget within stipulated time frame.
We are hopeful that the proposed year 2025 budget will make provision for job creation for youth and women empowerment. As we present the year 2025 budget today, but rest assured that the House will expedite action on the consideration of the budget.
The 2025 appropriation bill has passed through first reading and will be read the second time during plenary on Tuesday, November 19, 2024.
You are watching the program from the State Assemblies, a program that reviews legislative activities in the state houses of assembly across the nation. We now take a break. The program continues shortly.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the marketing department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Thank you for staying with us. A conducive atmosphere is pivotal for teaching and learning and contributes to the psychological well-being of students, while its absence mars the overall objective of the learning experience. This is the case at Government Girls Secondary School, Mai Kwatashi, Government Commercial Secondary School, and Zawai Primary School, all in Kano Metropolis, where they are faced with dilapidated buildings and security threats, as reported by the Kano State House of Assembly Ad Hoc Committee when they visited the school on an assessment tour. Samira Hamisushira reports on the recommendation of the committee and other engagements at the hallowed chamber.
Instituted on 15 October 2024, the Ad Hoc Committee is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring all the recommendations of the Committee on Education over the dilapidated state of Mai Kwatashi Secondary School and other affected schools are implemented. After detailed investigation and comprehensive discussions, the committee observed that there are cases of recurrent threats from criminals, with hotels and lodges situated near the schools. Similarly, some students of Zawai primary and secondary schools have to relocate to a nearby school. Earlier, the Ministry for Local Government has sent a request for screening and confirmation of 44 administrative secretaries, which have been scheduled for Thursday, 14th November 2024 by the 6 ad hoc committees. The House will reconvene on Friday, 15th November 2024.
Meanwhile, the Kaduna State House of Assembly has taken a step to alleviate the financial hardship faced by retirees. The Assembly has passed a new law granting pensioners access to 25% of their accrued pension funds. Adamu Sunday reports that this move aims to provide financial relief to retirees who often struggle to adjust to their new financial realities after leaving service.
Recognizing the challenges faced by many after retirement, the Kaduna State House of Assembly has passed a law allowing retired civil servants to access 25% of their pension contributions from their respective pension managers towards improving their lives.
Hereby passed into law.
This legislation aims to alleviate the financial burden often faced by retirees and ensure a smoother transition into their post-service years.
We have made it easy for them that at least for a start, a retiree can access 25% of his entitlement, irrespective of whether or not the state government has paid its own share of the retiree's entitlement.
And when you see the kind of life they are living, it's a very pitiful kind of life, because it's not easy for someone who have worked for 35 years and 35 years and retires, and then suddenly he has no money to feed himself, he has no money to feed his family, he has no money to even buy drugs for, because of age.
Some of us cannot pay the school fees of their children. Some of us cannot even feed 3 times a day. In fact, some of us are even now lying down at home, no money to buy medicine. But with this development, we are happy, we are grateful that we can get something out of what we contributed.
In a separate development, The Assembly has also read for the second time a bill for a third supplementary appropriation of funds for the Kaduna State government in the year 2024. The bill, which seeks to allocate over 200 billion naira, has been referred to the Committee on Appropriation and Implementation for detailed review and scrutiny. This move demonstrates the Assembly's commitment to strengthening the state's finances and ensuring the availability of resources for crucial public services.
In Lagos State, lawmakers have reiterated satisfaction with the leadership style of the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, thereby passing a vote of confidence on him. This followed a motion moved by the majority leader at a plenary presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Mojisola Miranda in Lagos. Musa Toilat has the details.
Majority Leader Naim Adams, who moved the motion, said his decision was informed by the style of leadership by the Speaker, which ensures that every opinion and suggestion of members of the Assembly is given consideration before a decision is taken.
There is no decision that Mr. Speaker has taken in this State Assembly. First and foremost, what he will do is to call for parliamentary, and he will seek the consent of all members of this House of Assembly before any decision will be taken.
Some lawmakers who supported the motion say Speaker Obasa has remained a pillar of support for them even outside the legislative sessions.
The Right Honourable Speaker, Right Honourable Mudashiru Obasa, we have absolute confidence in his leadership and his style and his political acumen and sagacity. However, there is no other way to do it than to obviously pass a vote of confidence on his person.
Others say the Speaker's wealth of experience in legislative activities has improved their knowledge and understanding of their responsibilities as state lawmakers.
When it comes to politics, we play politics. But when it comes to issue of legislative acumen, I want to celebrate him for doing it right. And I want to pray that may God fortify him, give him long life in good health for him to enjoy the fruit of his labor.
A leader, a man that places his follower at par. Today, I join my fellow colleagues and on behalf of my constituency, Badari Constituency 1, to congratulate Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The lawmakers thereafter showcased a brief documentary on significant contributions by the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, to the upliftment of the Lagos State House of Assembly.
This is where we call it a day on this week's episode of the program from the State Assemblies. Remember, you can still watch this episode, news and other programs on our social media handles showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I remain your host, Ene Ojonugba. Bye for now.